On the banks of the Mississippi River, home to the king of rock and roll and also the Memphis Tigers, where the fans have moved the party from Beale Street and are ready for kickoff. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Memphis Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. So Texas A&M's will be in a hole thanks to that short return. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you'd build one just like this, especially with those reliable mitts, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, he makes big plays in big games. Watch for him on 3rd down in the red zone. He has a chance to leave an impact in this game.
Well, it's so nice to have such a big body that when he's covered, he's open, right? Like, it doesn't matter because he's got great hands and that big frame he can really utilize.
Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Now on the move. Still on his feet at the 35. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. And the Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Got it in the middle. It's Keys. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup, and still short of the 1st down. Texas A&M will snap it in the red zone. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the 1st down. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. Never a doubt. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Memphis offense has its first opportunity of the day. And these two electrifying runners can put on a show, guys.
Well, we always talk about the importance of tackling on defense, never more so than a game like this. When you've got 2 studs in the backfield that can make people look silly, you better bring hats to the football.
Yeah, and you think there'll be a lot of carries today? When you got running backs like this that you can feature, you're going to see them get the football a lot, early and often.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. Snags it on the right. Got a lot of running room. Inside the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. To the air, it's Wegman. Bought a little time, lets it go. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield.
Really good job by the defense, understanding third down situation in the game. Play a little bit deeper, take away the sticks, react to shorter. I got to go get him on the ground now. Nice job making the tackle, but playing the down and distance first, and now forcing a 4th down.
Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Give to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Incomplete. Coming up, 4th down.
Unlike the old school thinking, this is the area of the field that is really 4-down territory now. On the option. He'll toss it. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? Man, can you imagine if they hadn't picked up the first down? It would have been, what are you doing running the football?
Oh, the fans would be so irate. That's one of those, well, come on, what is that? You can't be that conservative. Oh, yeah, no. That was a great call. Good job, man. It's a great job. It worked perfectly.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
Fires on the move. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect him to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
Now the pitch. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
Well, and how about this offense? You think of this offense, you think of throwing the football and top 10 passing in all of college football, but the defense knew something, right? Like you could tell they were going to come out and run the football. They brought out the goal line, brought in some big boys, and really was ready for the run on that play.
Spits it out to the back. Makes the grab well past the sticks. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last fourth down there.
A lot of times offenses will do the FIB, formation into the boundary, try to take advantage of you necessarily spreading out, sending more resources to the field, try to take advantage. Offense gave it a whirl, but the defense, they did not move. They did their assignments, got the TFL.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. The defense grabs it, and they're going the other way. Flying out to the left. Pass to 10. Touchdown, Aggies. The defense takes matters into their own hands.
And I love the way they break on the football, swarm to the football. This is why you do it, because sometimes the ball comes out, the linebacker picks it up, and tell you what, the big fella shows some speed, takes it all the way back for 6.
They're lining up to kick it away, and that defense salivating after getting the scoop and score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll throw it on first down. Looking for a huge play. He's got it on the right. Oh, look out. There he goes. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Memphis.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Kentucky has the lead right now. Feels like it's been this way since the players took the pregame catwalk. But this has been a very close game. They're up by 7 over Oklahoma. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
Looks as if he's going to run it. Bulls his way forward. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Looking for room. It's Daniels. At the 45 on his way. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Wegman. Fires to the big fella. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing a big hit stick with him too. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. He's looking to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Grab near the marker. It's Allen. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. And the incomplete pass will wrap up the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Memphis has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Leaves it with the back. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Grabs it in the middle. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver.
Well, after throwing that incompletion down here on the 1-yard line, if you're on the offense, let's get back to running the football. Let's see if we can be the more physical side, get some push up front, and run this thing in for a touchdown.
Tight end finds a soft spot. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies! An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but think about the execution, running and throwing the football. Wow.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. The sweet feet buy a little time. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Using his legs to buy some time. Complete out of the backfield. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Power ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Grabbed on the outside, it's Green. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. A high kick trying to pin them deep. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They go right back to it. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy. Run the ball up the middle. Physicality. Offensive line gets to assert themselves. Run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the 4th quarter.
After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down? Looking for a man. It's Osborne. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
Trying to bully their way in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Memphis.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Kentucky has the lead right now. Feels like it's been this way since the players took the pregame catwalk. But this has been a very close game. They're up by 11 over Oklahoma. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes finals. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable with that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Grabbed behind the line. It's Tees.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Osborne. He's moving out of the pocket. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. This time on target. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback. Keep it.
And they got him for the sack.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback. Affect him. Get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
Fires toward the target. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, the defense just needs something positive to happen. They're trailing in this game. A turnover would be massive for momentum right now, and a nice effort defensively, getting a hand on the ball, knocking it down.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. Memphis will be forced to punt.
On to kick it away.
Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. He gets a block. And more yards after contact. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. The offense set for a first down play. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly to the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Dropping back, it's Wegman. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Fast motion from the offense. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. After that last one, they're staring at a 2nd and long first down marker just short of the goal line. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you can tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Just about 30 seconds to go, and you want to score, but the last thing you need to do is give up a cheapie. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. It's Hawkins. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And I say that receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time.
He's going for it all. Wide open. He makes the catch. Hits the accelerator to the right. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Memphis. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Gonna run it. It's Daniels. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. At the end of a very intriguing first 2 quarters of football in Memphis. 2 quarters of both sides feeling each other out. And it's likely to come down to which offense can find a way to generate some big plays. Adjustments will be a part of it. Maybe it's time these typically conservative play callers open up the playbook. Nothing crazy, but a calculated risk here and there to try to gain an edge in what's been a stalemate. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium.
A&M has it teed up to start this second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive.
He tries to take the top off. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air. Offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Takes the handoff. It's Daniels. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior. They'll give it to him again. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. The sure hands, it's Daniels. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the run. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. It is good.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Here's the give off the left side. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. 9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. They'll go right back to the run. And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the run. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Wide receiver shows motion. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Running back searching for a hole. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. It's a draw. And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. A strike downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Got it on the outside. It's Allen. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run it to the right. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Wants to throw. It's Wegman. Got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And he puts through the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchbacks. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe, as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here to get that mojo down.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because this game's getting a little bit tighter than they liked.
Pressure coming. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
And that's why you got to avoid third and long situations if you're on offense, because the defense knows it's pass, and all these guys are pinning their ears back. They're getting upfield, and you're under so much duress. On top of that, you give up a fumble. That is a huge play for the defense.
Makes the catch and knocked down. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On second down, just keeps firing. Snags it. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. We saw it right there in that play action attack.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
He's going to let it go. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tiger.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Kentucky has the lead right now. Feels like it's been this way since the players took the pregame catwalk. But this has been a very close game. They're up by 10 over Oklahoma. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. A first down for the offense. Pulled and finds his man on the left. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. That's the end of the quarter, and Memphis has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. To the ground with the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. On the move, he fires. Finds his man, they convert. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the 4th quarter with the big lead, he's still taking shots.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
They give it to him again. Defense there to stop him after a pickup of 2 down to the 15. Will they keep it on the ground again here on third down? Here comes the option. He'll toss it. Got enough space. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Memphis. They put another one on the board here in the fourth quarter. And how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8.
Delay of game. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On to attempt the try. Oh, and he missed it. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Line gets set, first down. Back to throw, it's Wegman. Makes the grab down the middle.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Texas A&M going up tempo.
You know, at this point of the game, guys, trailing the way they are late in the game, check down throws are not going to get it done. You have got to be more aggressive in the passing game. You're going to have to just start taking shots.
They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Gets open down the middle. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And this will be the 9th play of the drive. Going to the running game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Wegman. A shot for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. Off the play fake on 1st down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think of...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Trying to get to it. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And finally, you're seeing some life from the defense. They've been struggling all game long up to this point, but back-to-back sacks on 2 consecutive plays, they're at least still trying to fight back in this game.
Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets it away from his own end zone. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory. Instead, he'll make the fair catch. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Fires to the wideout. And the pass hits, picked off. Got room on the return. And after the pick, everybody going the other way, and he crossed midfield and got it to the 47.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy.
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on 1st down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. They're bringing heat. Hit as he throws. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. A great spot to start this drive for the offense. Looking to throw, it's Wegman. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The offense uses a timeout, 15 seconds left to play. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Finds his man. It's Keys. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. From the gun. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of